In our last video, we discussed a little bit about importing the project and how we can work with the files and stuff. And in this video, we are actually going to be performing an action of creating a branch and then working with it. So as you can see, the current branch that we have is a master branch. I am going to be creating a new branch right from here based on my master branch, which is something that you can see here. And I'm going to be naming that as Sprint Chennai, which is going to be for the Google Auth, by the way. And I can link this guy with the work items that I have got. You can see this is so cool to see the work item brings in over here for me, so that I can directly link for the work that I'm actually going to be doing, so that you can have a complete track of what work that you're actually doing for that particular changes or for that particular branch. So for instance, I'm going to be performing a designing of the Google Auth mechanism for the app. I'm going to be relating that. And also you can thread one more story that you want. For instance, you're going to design the Google Auth workflow as well. So you're going to see these two things comes in here. And then I'm just going to be creating a branch for that particular tasks. At the same time, this particular branch is based on a master branch. So basically any developer that you're going to work with is directly going to be working with this particular branch rather the master branch itself, because nobody's going to really work with the master branch anyways. All right, so once this is done, I'm going to go into this particular branch, for instance, and let's say the developer is going to do few changes within some of the page that they have got. So for instance, I have this particular about CS HTML. Manage your application description page for I'm just gonna hit edit for the Google Auth, something like that. I'm just gonna maybe save this. You can see it's a very small commit that I'm making, and I'm just gonna update this particular guy with additional message. And then I'm going to be committing this particular guy. And you can see that you can also link the work items from here if this particular stuff is based on any other features of that particular thing. So I know that this particular commit is also going to be a part of a test suite, because the testers are going to be testing that. So if I just come down over here, this is part of the test entire feature. So I'm just going to link this for now. And then I'm going to hit commit the changes. All right, so now I have committed the changes and I need to create a pull request here. You can see that the pull request comes in very quickly, so handy and so super simple. You don't really have to go to Visual Studio and do all those changes right now. You can do it from this particular UI. I can click that and you can see that there is this new pull request comes in, and you can see who is the reviewer that you want to have based on the changes that you're going to be making. So I'm just gonna have the reviewer as Karthik KK, because I'm logging in as an execute automation. So I'm gonna have this guy as the reviewer, and I'm gonna create this particular PR based on the master, and I'm gonna check in to the master branch right now. So I can just create this particular PR, which is the pull request, and you can see that it has been created, and you can add some comments as well. Added very few changes in the message, and I'm gonna hit the comment here. So that's it, right? And now I can approve myself because I'm the administrator, but I don't really want to do that. Rather, I'm gonna be navigating into as a Karthik KK user, and then I'm gonna be approving this particular PR from there. So I'm just going into a different user. All right, I have signed in, and now it's taking me over here for the Udemy course project. I'm gonna go, and you can see that this time I have logged in as Karthik KK, and I can go to my notifications here. You can see that I have a pull request this time from the updated about.cs HTML with additional message description. I can directly go here by clicking that particular link, and you can see that it takes me up over here. And there is this comment that we have added from here while creating the pull request, which is pretty cool. I can see that as well. And I can see the worker items that has been affected. So if I have some doubts like whether this particular developer has really designed based on the work item which has been specified, I can see that, and you can see that there is this particular development link as well, which comes in over here, which is pretty cool. And now I can just go over here, and I feel like the changes that has been made by the developer for this particular file makes really sense, because there is no there is no change at all. And I can go to the updates. Looks all good. And now I have to approve this particular pull request, but you can see that I don't really see any one of the buttons saying approve. So if you have this kind of issue, like where is this particular approve button, the easy resolution is you actually have to be part of the user who have the access of performing an approve and stuff. You have to navigate to the administrator portal over here, and you can see that I'm currently an administrator, but actually I guess we have not added Karthik KK for this particular project to have all the access to. So basically the Karthik KK has access to different project, which is the process oriented project that I have for this Azure DevOps service, but you don't really have permission for the Udemy course project that we created in this course. So for doing that, I actually need to give a permission for Karthik KK to have access to it. So I'm just going to go to the overview over here for this particular project in the summary. And then I'm going to click this particular settings. This is where I can actually add a user from the teams. So if I go to the teams, if you remember, we discussed about the project setting in our first section of this course. So if you go to the Udemy course team, project team, you can see there is something called as members. So basically you can add a member in this particular project so that you can have those guys within this particular project to have access to. So I'm just going to give Karthik the access. I'm just going to hit the save changes. So you can see that the user Karthik is going to be appearing over here. It just takes a few minutes, I guess. There you go. The Karthik KK user has been added here. So now if I go back to the browser over here, you don't really see the approve and all those stuffs here to complete this particular changes. I'm just going to refresh this browser, and you can see that you're going to have the approve and complete and all those stuff. So this is coming now because the user is now a member of the Udemy course project that we have already. So you need to have the access. If not, you're not gonna get all these stuffs from here. So I'm just gonna approve. I can also approve with some suggestions if I want, or I can reset the feedbacks and stuff. So I'm just gonna approve for now. It's kind of very simple. And also I can complete this. So once I do the complete, it's gonna automatically merge this print Chennai Google Auth branch into master. But most probably this is not gonna be done with the reviewer, because reviewer's job is just to review this. This is something who's going to be merging this code. So this can happen with some other guys, or maybe the author, or sometimes the reviewer, which we don't prefer to have them, the reviewer do that in our organizations. Mostly the author do that, because sometimes there may be some conflict, so that has to be resolved as well if it is not there in the notification in the initial stages. Alright, so the user Karthik KK has did that, and I'm gonna go as this particular user, and if I just refresh this, you can see that it has been approved by Karthik KK, which is awesome. And then I can also complete the merge. But before that, I'm just gonna go to the board, and I will show you quickly what has been done. So if I go to the board, and if you see this design Google Auth mechanism, you can see that I have this particular link which is also approved for this particular commit. I can click from here and I can see what has been changed, so what approval has been made and stuff. So this is exactly the same thing that we saw in our slide in our previous video, where we can see the complete workflow of what's really happening across the board. Cool. Everything is good right now, and since I'm doing the following up, I can also see the stuffs which is happening over here for that particular stuff. And there is this Udemy course project team stories in progress. So I can just click that, and you can see that the state is in progress. The reason why this is in progress is because currently the testing process has to be started as we checked in the code. So we actually need to be doing the testing for the commit that we have made. So we'll be talking about the test suite later. So I'm just going to ignore this guy for now. And I'm going to go to the pull request once again, this guy. And I'm going to hit this complete. So once I hit complete, you can see that it is going to merge into the master branch with these work items that we have did. So I'm just going to hit complete. And you can see that I'm not even going to any one of the third-party Git or any other source control tools. I'm doing everything within this Azure DevOps service portal itself. And things are happening for me without any problem. So now that this merge has been done, and now I can go to the commit. You can see the merged PR2. This has been done. Cool. Pretty awesome. So I can see everything from here with the changes that we have made. And this is how you can actually work with the repos in your code. So this way we can actually work with the repos of Azure service, and you can see that the Azure DevOps service repo is really, really cool, and you can create a lot of stuffs like this, which was not there before in the earlier version of Team Foundation Server or Visual Studio Team Foundation Server service. Thank you.